Welcome to our video series. I'm Ryan Chan, the CEO and founder of UpKeep. Today we're going to take a fascinating look into the contrasting impact of financial crises on different industries, specifically focusing on manufacturing and technology sectors. Our discussion will also shed some light on the potential implications of the recent Silicon Valley Bank crisis. So stick around, because we're about to embark on an insightful journey into the economy's past, present, and possible future. Imagine this. You're reflecting on society's overall confidence that money is safe in the bank, and you start to consider the impact financial crises have on industries such as manufacturing. You might think that the recent Silicon Valley Bank crisis could continue to have ripple effects throughout the U.S. economy in the coming weeks. Sure, many technology companies with fewer physical assets will adjust their course, weather the storm, and bounce back quickly when times are better. But what about asset-heavy manufacturing companies? Their story might be a bit different. Let's take a trip down memory lane to the period between 2007 and 2009. Remember the housing mortgage debacle, poor regulations, risky borrowing, and the failure of Lehman Brothers, the fourth largest investment bank? All of these factors contributed to the Great Recession of 2008. The U.S. gross domestic product fell by 4.3% by fall of 2008, resulting in the deepest recession since World War II. Now, here's where it gets interesting. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the manufacturing sector was particularly hard hit during the Great Recession. In fact, manufacturing job losses accelerated during the December 2007 to June 2009 recession and totaled more than 2 million employees, or 15% of its workforce, during the 18-month period. In contrast, the technology industry slowed down, but some sectors were still adding jobs during this period. According to InfoWorld, for all of 2008, software services added 86,200 jobs across the U.S., and engineering and tech services added 26,600 jobs. While unemployment was up slightly in high-tech fields, it was still relatively low in the 2% range, while the overall U.S. unemployment rate was 8.1%. A Deloitte report noted that during the Great Recession, the U.S. manufacturing downturn resulted in a loss of 10% of its GDP, compared with only 4% for the overall economy. The technology industry did not suffer as much as the rest of the economy. In fact, many only slowed down their growth, and some invested in further research and development during this period. More than 80% of public SaaS companies continued to grow despite the economic contraction. But here's the kicker. The bounce-back time after the 2008 recession was significantly different for these industries. The manufacturing industry, heavy with physical assets, simply cannot pivot as quickly as technology companies. Deloitte noted that manufacturing historically suffers worse than most other sectors. The amount of time it takes for manufacturing to return to pre-recession levels is getting longer. In 2000, it took 33 months to reach pre-recession levels. In the period after 2008, it took 59 months. In contrast, Scott Rosenberg of Axios quipped that while the rest of the U.S. economy reeled from devastating losses in 2008 and 9, the tech sector looked on sympathetically while wondering to itself, are things really that bad? Now let's talk about the present. In recent weeks, I've talked about the billions of dollars the federal government will be injecting into U.S. manufacturing in coming years in order to revitalize the industry and bring it back to America. But with the failure of Silicon Valley Bank, which will likely have a ripple effect throughout the economy, I believe it could eventually reach manufacturing and other industries, possibly resulting in the next recession. If we follow historical patterns, the current financial crisis may have a significant effect on U.S. manufacturing growth, despite the reshoring efforts occurring in tandem. So the question remains, which will win? Government incentives for manufacturing or the next recession? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us today. We've explored the contrasting impacts of financial crises on different industries, with a focus on the manufacturing and technology sectors. We've also discussed the potential implications of the recent Silicon Valley Bank crisis. If you found this content valuable, please subscribe to our channel. For more insights and resources to help your maintenance and reliability teams succeed, visit our website at upkeep.com. Remember, understanding the past helps us navigate the future. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions.